So the last time our 05 Corolla was here, it was showing a set. It was showing a set lien code. Right now it only has a pending code, but would set again. So basically all I did is I looked around at all of its vacuum sources, and I also ran the car checking, and it was running lean. And I checked vacuum hoses, I checked brake booster, I went around all around the car spraying with brake cleaner. In hot weather that's safe. In the winter you'll blow yourself up possibly. I've set fire to things in winter because it doesn't evaporate. But I hunted all over. Even vacuum leaks could be like a valve cover gasket, all kinds of things, right? But when I sprayed on this, it didn't immediately change, but I saw the lean fuel trim come back down towards 0. And if you look at the old one, all over it was letting air in, it was sucking air in, and any air that comes in after the math, it's not only unfiltered, but it's not accounted for. And that's what's causing this car to run lean. So now, while I didn't record that, I am going to turn it on and watch the fuel trims and be sure that this code that wants to set can't set because there isn't any other issue. Always confirm the repair.
1,
Can you say 2,
2, 3,
4?
5.
You're not pregnant, doesn't count.
Rev up your engines. You're a champion to help you. Huzzah!
Take a dive! You might wonder why I had this cover off, but I couldn't shove that into there unless this was off the car, so I could put all of my weight on my cart, shoving down to get it in. So I had to take this off the inside with just a little... My kids are screaming. It's just one of those really simple, easy clips. There's got to be another one showing. It's kind of like one of these spread clips. You can reuse these, but after you crush them and take them off, you have to remember to spread them back out. Otherwise, you can have a leak. I also checked over and ran brake clean into here, and for a second, the fuel trims went rich, but I thought, wait for it to evaporate and try again. I tried again, the fuel trims didn't go rich next time. So even though there's a common vacuum leak on these intakes, thankfully, he's still okay. So, the only other thing that I found interesting is on evap, you might want to use some silicone spray. I don't care who, that's just what I happen to grab. Because this guy goes into here really tight. And what I was surprised about is this evap system is designed to be able to waste into the atmosphere. I've never seen that before. But otherwise, just 2 10mm bolts and easy cheesy. He should be able to pass his inspection now. 240,000 miles. He just takes good care of his stuff. So now we've turned it on. And let's get over into its fuel trims and see where we're at. Before, when I increased throttle, the fuel trim would come towards 0. Right now it's relearning because it's used to sucking air in past this. Right now it's still showing a short-term fuel trim of increase, but while we are, double check, we're in closed loop. We are in closed loop. We're at 100 degrees on the intake. It says all diagnostics are complete, so he can actually go get his new sticker right now. Always check this, okay? Because if you look under the fault codes, it says he has a pending code. It's not set. It hasn't set a check engine light. Wait, if you're using the torque app, sometimes more stuff can come up. But I left this up for a while. The first time I checked, no more codes are coming, no red codes. If I cleared this, then my friend would not be able to get his car inspected right away. But since I haven't cleared it, he still has all of his readiness codes complete, so he will pass the state inspection. At least here, all they care about is that the computer's happy. If the computer's happy, the car's happy. and they look over real quick to make sure it's not crazy modified or something. That's how it is in North Carolina. Other places you may have to pass a tailpipe emission as well. Yeah, emissions. Here the emissions is just that the computer's happy. So before we are convinced though, yeah, he's going to be able to pass his inspection right now, but we want to do more than that. He's not just a friend. You treat people right like they're a customer, right? So you have to be sure that there is no issue. So before, these fuel trims were quite a bit lean. Apparently it's already corrected quite a bit. But if I push on the gas pedal, the fuel trims shouldn't be dropping low. I know they're not high now, but they shouldn't drop low like they did before. If they do, there might still be another leak, or I need to recheck my work. So I'm going to raise the RPM, and the fuel trim does increase. It's used to thinking it needs to increase, but before we're getting over at 20, and now that long-term fuel trim I think corrected very quickly because we can't get more than 10 now. In fact, the short-term fuel trim is starting to go just a little rich because it's saying, hey, wait a second, maybe that there's a little bit too much. And the only reason why you don't see anything going on down here is because he has an air-fuel ratio sensor. So to be more thorough for you guys, I should check into that as well. See, there we go. Getting a little bit of rich because the fuel trim still hasn't learned, but at least it's no longer pegging up above 20 because I think above 20 is where it's going to set the code. So I want to confirm my temperatures. If the temperatures are accurate with my laser thermometer, then I'll be convinced that there's no issue there. I actually checked last time and that was fine. That's a really low MAF. But I see that we have a good idle speed, so I'm not going to be worried about that like I would on my 2003. Okay. And now this is where it's confusing. When I checked the codes, I didn't see a check engine light. But I'm looking at the dash right now, and we do have a check engine light, so we need to reset that. So, unfortunately, he is going to have to drive it before he can. I know a pending code shouldn't set it, but it did, so we're going to have to clear faults on ECU, and he's going to have to drive it and start over. You should actually watch the check engine light as the command comes in to clear. Well, on some cars it doesn't, because just with key on it wants to keep doing its thing. Check engine light's now off. Recheck codes. That MAF looked more appropriate before, but when a car's warmed up, they tend to sip, and last time it was a cold winter day. But it's been a couple months since we ordered his intake, and he's been able to come back. So, let's see where we're at now. Unfortunately, these emission monitors are going to start over. Pretty rude of Toyota. You shouldn't set a check engine light over a pending code, only a hard code. No codes. Okay, so that's immediately complete, but he's going to have to get at least, I think he might have to get all of these complete. Maybe he'll be allowed one incomplete. So it might be a few days before he can actually get his inspection.